Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. Alright, well we are going to get started here today, and we are going to start off just immediately with leaving this planet and going to the next planet. I believe Apollo 4 is what we want to go to. We want to go to the outer planet. Let me make sure that that is... No, it's Apollo 1 we want to go to. Apollo 4, not bad, but we're not going to Apollo 4 today. We want to go to Apollo 1. There we go. And I need to put down some more orbital collectors, and I think I have some with me, so let me see right quick. I do have some orbital collectors, so we're going to put a few orbital collectors down on our before we go there. We need a little bit more, a few more of these. So these things are quite a distance apart, and we'll go ahead and put down the gathering. These items right here, orbital collectors. They go right here on the equator, and we'll put 10 more of these things down. I've got 10 on me, so let's try to put 10 more down. That's 2. The idea here is I want enough fire ice and hydrogen that I just do not have to worry about fire ice or hydrogen. Probably I'm not going to care about hydrogen so much because when I'm processing the fire ice, I will get hydrogen. I'll probably get enough hydrogen from that for anything that I need right now. But let's see where we end up at. That is 7. That would be number 8. These things certainly don't go very close together. And you can only put them on the equator. But... oh, lack of item. Okay, that's the 10 that I have down. And if I look now at my production of what's coming out of here on the local planet, I have the capability of producing a whole lot of fire ice. Each one of these towers, 221.4 a minute. Remote supply, local storage, of course, on all of them. So there we go. Now let's get off this planet and head on over to the other planet. So the Apollo 1 is where we're going to build the Dyson Sphere. Or at least where we're going to put the Dyson Swarm. We're going to put the ray guns on this planet. There is a load of electromagnetic turbines going across the planet there, going across the system. We have plenty of power, so we will speed up. There's more electromagnetic turbines. Alright, we're right at 1,000 meters a second. Half an AU, so we'll be here in just a second. And we will what we're going to do is get started with the bringing in the things we need. Now, this is going to be our production planet, and I'm going to leave the polar caps for what I'm doing with my production. Other than that, we'll be producing other items in here. So this particular planet has 11 million silicon, only 165,000 iron, but we are producing so much iron in so many other places, we can pull iron in as much iron in as we need. We're not going to be constrained on iron. And so let's look right quick at what we need to do. So there's a couple things we need to do. First thing we need to do is build the items that we need for the silicon, what is it? Not silicon. We want to build I'll think of it in a second. Proliferation. So we are going to start out here with the proliferation build that we need. We're going to, I'll tell you what we'll do here. We'll bring this thing in. And I'll put this down here. I'm going to put it right on this line right here. Make sure that I'm in the right place. I want to put it right there. And that's going to be the proliferation build. Now it needs some of these, some of these, some of these and some of these, along with a couple of those and some of those. Let's see what we can do about getting all this stuff in here now. We should have everything we need in our inventory. It's just a matter now of giving the drones time to put them down. And that's going to use up a lot of power, so I may end up putting a charging area down. I have a lot of drones, but I don't have... This is a lot of drones as well. So what this is going to be producing is this is going to be bringing in coal and a few other little things, and this is producing my proliferation, my Mark III proliferation. And if we look at the blueprint here, while it's building out, the blueprint here, it takes 48 coal per second, 24 diamonds per second, 12 nanotubes, and it outputs 12 proliferation per second. Now, I don't know if I'm producing that many diamonds. We may have to actually bring in some diamonds. We'll see. We're also going to see what this does to my overall power of this planet. We may have to do some power, but this is step one. And then we're going to build the proliferation. After this is the proliferation. Sorry. Once we've got the proliferation built, the next thing we're going to do is actually come in and build some of the other items that we want. Look at this. Alright. And we have that producing. Now then, we need to be bringing in diamonds, and we do not have diamonds. So we're going to need energized graphite and coal. So we're going to need to build diamonds. So that's the next thing we'll do, and we'll just do it right here beside this build right here. We'll build diamonds. And we'll come back in here, come back to our late game. I don't have in the late game a diamond build. It's interesting. Let's see if I have one in the mid game. I've got 2 diamonds per second. Not what I want. That's 2 diamonds per second. Well, interesting. So I'm going to have to build diamonds. Let's see what the ratio on diamonds is. I'll use one of my existing blueprints and build this. So if I come into diamonds, it requires energized graphite as my input. So I really probably need to produce energized graphite first, and then I can produce the diamonds. And let's see, I may not even have a blueprint on the energized graphite, but yes I do. Oh, 60 per second. That is way overkill. And that uses some of the blue items there. Let's go ahead and... I guess I'll go ahead and place this down. It should come in on that line right there. Okay, let's see. I'll need to bring in some more of these. Alright, and so this will produce the energized graphite. From here now I will need to build some diamonds. I will just handcraft some diamonds here from some of these that are being produced. Oh yeah, I was going to look at the diamond, what the diamonds is. So if I take diamonds, diamonds is on a... It produces 1 every 2 seconds, and it's 1 for 1. 1 every 2 seconds, that's 2 for 1. That's 1 for 2. If I have crystal silicon, I can use the crystal silicon blueprint. Let's see if I have a blueprint for the crystals. I don't. This is a blueprint I don't have. Okay, well, in that case then, I will have to do some other things. Now, I'm not going to turn on all of this here yet. Let's see, I am out of something. There we go. Very good. Alright, now then, diamonds. I'm going to need diamonds. And let's see, 1 for 2. What else do I have in this queue that is 1 for 2? That's 2 for 2, that's 2 for 2, that's 1 for 1. That's 2 for 2. So that's a smelting facility as well, but this is so I don't have a blueprint for this, so we're going to build a blueprint. So this will be what we do. We're going to build a blueprint for diamonds. What I intend to do here on this is I'm only going to turn on one of these right now. I'm going to turn on one of those coal, and I'm going to turn on just that right there, so that if it starts coming out, it produces that, and that'll be fine. I don't have a meter on this one, and that's okay. So this is local supply, remote supply, that's supply, and we'll do local demand and remote. I'm going to do local demand, remote storage on this. Okay, so with that in place, let's get the diamonds going. We've got one more set of towers here that we can do. We'll bring this tower in here, and this one goes on this line right here. And then we have to figure out the blueprint and the ratios. So this will be something that we do here kind of live. So on the production, we've got the arc smelter. I'll tell you what we want to do, because we want a line coming in here. We know we want that coming in. And then for the blueprint itself, it's one item in, one item out. So what I can do then with that is that's going to come there. So what I can do then is let's bring a green belt out here. Oops. And a green belt out here. And then what we will do is on the production side of things, we'll line this up right here. And I'm just going to put 6 in here. Yeah, there we go. We'll expand this later. Okay, there we go. And then eventually that'll be more. But we'll come back to that. Right now, what we want to do is, this is going to be diamonds. It's going to take in energized graphite. Okay, and with that here, let's see. What we want to do is we want to pull in energized graphite. Let's bring in 1,000 of those. Local demand. We are going to need drones. Let's grab some drones. And let's see. Put those in there. Space warpers, we want just 100 of those. And we will do a remote demand on those. A load of those is coming in, and that'll be local supply. Drones 50%. Okay, so we're just grabbing that, and then the output here is going to be diamonds. That will be remote supply and local supply, and we'll let it fill up. We're good on that. Okay, so with that in place, we've got 12 of these things down. Let's get this thing running. Let's see, energized graphite. Energized graphite. And we want, I believe it's just 1 every 2 seconds. Yeah, so that should be. Oh, I need some of these connectors. There we go. And then once it's treated, might be a little bit different. Put that in there. Put that in there. And now let's connect up some power to it. That'll go over there, that'll go there, that'll go. Okay, that is producing diamonds. We'll put proliferators in here as well. Let's go ahead and put the proliferators in. That'll go there. Let's see here. Collide with other object. What's it colliding with? Well, I don't know. Alright, then we'll take that out again and redo this. Goes in there, and then let's see here. Yeah, that's too close. Well, let's redo it. I don't want to. That is one of the issues here. It's a little bit too close. Alright, so I've got those in there. Now I can, with that in mind, let's put our production facility back down. We need to move it down one. There we go. There we go. Diamonds. We want that to be a production speed up. The things it does. So now then. Go, and let's see, input, output, and that will also be, oh nope, wrong blueprint. That'll be a diamond with production speed up. Oops, the belts are not long enough. There we go. Alright, there we go. We've got diamonds coming in. There's not any great number of them yet, but it is diamonds. And we will then bring this out to here. Let's bring this up to here, and run that up in there like that right there. And that is going to be, let's see right here. Is that a planetary logistics system? No, it's not. Good. I was going to say that was going to be a problem if it was. That's going to be proliferator. I'll bring in 500 of that. Local demand, remote supply, no, this will be remote storage. Okay, and with that in place, we now have our diamonds being produced. The diamonds are the local supply and the remote supply. Okay, and now with this, coming back over here to this particular build, this is going to be local demand, remote demand, and we are also going to need drones in here. I'm going to put drones there. Let's grab 10 more of these. Put those in there. And we will put some space warpers in here. This will be probably remote storage. And I am not going to call in the items here. This will just be local demand. Same thing here. Local. This will be local supply, and that's okay. Minimum load of drones 50%. Local supply. That'll be local demand. Okay. Everything's good there. And we've got these items coming down through here. Now let's see what we've got here. We are missing carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes require titanium and graphene. We can produce both of those. Let's make sure how we're doing on power before we get too crazy with our stuff. We're doing okay on power. Okay. So with that, we now move to the next phase of this. Since we've got those things down, we now need to build, and I guess what I'm going to do is come up here and reverse a couple things. There's stone, there's silicon there. There's plenty of room in here. Let's see what we have right here. Okay, right in here. And I need to build. We'll move down a little bit off of that line and we will build the carbon nanotubes. Now then, this is one that I do have a blueprint for. We won't activate all of it. Let's see how close we can get. I probably cannot build. Let's see, that's going to be the midpoint of that thing right there. Will it build there? It will, okay. Let's see what we get here. Carbon nanotubes will be building. This is graphene. Alright. We'll put those in there. We will tell it we don't want it doing anything except in 50%. We're already full on graphene and titanium. We got lots of titanium. We got lots of graphene. We can build more graphene. Look at all those things coming in here. Drones lined up for days, bringing in items. So we are starting to build things on a larger scale. This is nice. And we're only going to turn one of the items on, so we will change one of our... But we've got a monitor built into this one. And we are going to turn this monitor on. But we're going to reduce the number here, because I'm only going to reduce it. I'm only going to bring in one of the two belts. So this is only going to be half of the belt. So let's... I don't even know if I want 72, but we'll do 72 on it. Oops. I am missing a particular type of belt here. Let's see. Is it those belts? Nope. Is it those belts? Yes, it is. I'm gonna go through belts like crazy, I can tell. Alright. We have this stuff building. And actually, it's got everything coming out, so I think what we will do is the 144. Never mind. We'll leave the alarm on. It will fill up pretty soon because we're not using anywhere near that amount. Local supply, remote demand, local supply, remote demand. And actually, I'm going to do local storage on both of these. I don't see any reason to turn those on. The other things. This is going to be local storage. And this right here, diamonds, local supply, local demand. Okay, very good. Alright, let's see what we have now. We should be, now with the carbon nanotubes in here, we should be able to make the blue items. I've got multiple monitors that are unhappy. Figure that out in a second. This is the carbon nanotubes. It's still not doing anything. That's because I am not telling it to do local demand. There we go. Local demand, remote demand, we're bringing in the carbon nanotubes. And with that, we will be soon producing this stuff here. Oops. Look at that, carbon nanotubes coming in, and we now have blue stuff going out. Okay, and with that then, everything being proliferated, that is the goal. We'll build that, and then we'll proliferate the other items. Now this right here, we do have a monitor here, but I only have one of these active right now on the energized graphite, and so 1, 2, 3 of 4 belts, I only have one of them active, so let's cut that down to a 90 cargoes a second. We're not even producing that much, and that would be because we don't have the blue items coming in yet. It should start coming in very soon though. Let's see. Let's get it working. Proliferation, there we go. It's going out about as fast as it comes in. That'll slow down. That one's green now. Very good. And we'll come back down here. And we should have diamonds. Local demand. I do have diamonds. I just don't have enough of them. And that's because I don't have enough energized graphite. Okay, then let's turn on another energized graphite. Since I have half of it. Building. And we will convert this monitor to be 180. Okay. Let's see. What is wrong with this? The problem is I just pulled energized graphite out of there, and that does not need to be energized graphite. That should be coal. So the quickest way to pick this up, I guess, is going to be... Let's see how well this does. Oh, it does pick up in a hurry. Look at that. Alright, there we go. There's coal coming down through there. Things are working better already. And I can now take the energized graphite that I picked up and just drop it in the container. And we have everything producing here. Okay, now we've got that running. Let's see if we've got our... This stuff is running. It'll speed up, and if I don't have all the stuff that I need... Let's see. That would be because I put them in backwards. That is not the first time I've made a mistake like that. I do a lot of work on my blueprints to make sure that the blueprints work correctly, but when I'm building things like this, even with the blueprints, I tend to have to turn them on and make sure they're running, because I make silly mistakes like that all over the place. And now I do have the blue proliferation coming in here, so now I want to put the blue proliferation coming out right here, and we will bless these diamonds with an increase in production speed. That'll produce more of them. Okay, more diamonds being produced. More energized graphite being produced. A bunch of energized graphite. And we should start seeing more of the proliferation. I'm not up to the 12 per second yet. But the nanotubes are running. And I probably don't really need more than about 2,500 of those in this location. No reason to bring in too many of those, and let's make sure that let's only bring them in 50%. Gotta be 50% loads. Okay, with that running now, let's see. What are we waiting on here on this? Why is this not at 100%? It was backed up, it should be at 100%. It is waiting on green proliferation stuff. It's coming in down here. Alright, well, we've got a whole bunch of things producing now. That is full. That is waiting on diamonds. Yeah, do not have enough diamonds. So that's going to be the next thing to do, is just to double the increase right here on the diamonds. We will bring this on down, that down, that right there. Drop those in. Drop that in right there. That will double my diamond production. And we will need power. So we're working on getting things. We're working on things this up. You'll notice our consumption, our power demand is increasing dramatically. But we are getting very. We've got the. Now that we've got the items in here, we've got the carbon nanotubes being produced over here. The next things will be to get started on the actual Dyson swarm. Once we get the Dyson swarm up and running, we will have some additional power. We'll solve our power problem very, very soon within what we're doing here. So that's all for this episode. We'll pick it up next time. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.